Hello and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. A lot of people in the community are saying behavior running out of perk ideas, and I decided to come up with perk ideas because I already kind of figured that behavior would be able to use community perk ideas. It's not like they're trademarked or anything. So I was like, you know what, I'll come up with some perk ideas. So I created a small list of ideas that I'll also put up on the screen too. That way you can hear and see what would be changed. Some of them are pretty big, while some of them are pretty small, but some of them are also powerful, while others are pretty niche. So let's get into it. Starting with the first one, that would be survivor based. We have Boon All Sight. With a radius of 24 meters, the killer's aura when they're inside the boon will be revealed to all the other survivors. The killer's aura will be revealed when the boon is snuffed for 2, 3 to 4 seconds. A special thing with this boon is while boon are active, all other boons that are snuffed by the killer will reveal the killer for 2, 3 to 4 seconds. It's a really good knowledge perk, and it will be really powerful during loops, so this boon will need proper positioning to use. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I came up with. And then we have a killer one, Hex Devastation. Random totem is turned into a hex totem upon being cleansed, blessed. Destroy all breakable walls, dropped pallets, and regress all the generators to 0%. Survivors working on affected gens scream, revealing their location. The instigating survivor is afflicted with oblivious and blindness and is revealed to all players for 15, 20 to 25 seconds. This one is supposed to be kind of like Haunted Ground, supposed to be like a trap totem. I figured it'd be fun, but also powerful, but it'd be like a 1 to 2 time thing, depending if you brought Undying with it. And then we have Survivors, again, with Death Accomplice. It's a very small one. All killer belongings that pertain to the killer's power within 24, 30, 36 meter radius around you will be revealed. Which is okay, it's not really that powerful. Considering there are some killers where their power doesn't have an object that you can interact with, such as the Wraith. So, it's kind of hit or miss. And then we have the same one but for killer, Life's Accomplice. Reveal all survivor belongings within 24, 30, 36 meters around you. Also not really that powerful, but, you know, it'd be nice to be able to track down items and shit that people were dropping, or see the chests and whatnot. Next we have Survivor again, Revival from the Fittest. This one's a long one, so be granted a final chance to escape when the survivor dies during endgame collapse. Only works if you died before the endgame collapse, so you can't die during the endgame collapse and then be respawned again when someone else dies. No, that's not how it works. It's kind of there for the potatoes who ended up dying beforehand, or if you got tunneled, and then say your friend dies at endgame collapse, you can come back again. You spawn at your final hook or death location as a special version of yourself. You can't interact with chest items or totems, so you can't boon something, you can't destroy a hex, you can't open a chest, and you can't pick up items. You're not doing much of anything. But you can interact with pallets, windows, exit gates, hatch, and other survivors in order to help you escape the trial. While you are in your spectral state, you move 20, 15 to 10% slower. While you're also in spectral form, you are exposed, and you gain half points if you do escape. For killer, we have All Gone. You become obsessed with one survivor. For every survivor that isn't your obsession that dies, the obsession will become slower in all actions by 5, 6 to 7% per dead survivor. Excuse me. That, I have no idea. I wanted to do something that was kind of like, saves the best for last, or like, reverse remember me or something. I figured it would be pretty cool, but it also probably wouldn't fit too much unless you're doing a specific build for it. So, next we have a survivor perk again, not now. Upon reaching wiggle progress at 95, 90, and 85%, break out the killer's grasp. You become exhausted for 60, 50 to 40 seconds. It's kind of nice exhaustion perk, but like, well, you're pretty much out anyway, so it's like it's not gonna really matter that much. For killer, we have Hex Shadow Graph. Engulfs any survivor in the dark for 30, 40, 50 seconds or interacting with any totem. That means a dull totem as well. So, like, if they're touching your hex totem with their blessing or cleansing your hex totem, they'll be shrouded in the darkness, kind of like how the judge's darkness is. And if it's a dull totem and they're breaking or blessing that, it'll be the same deal. So they would get, that would happen to them. They'll be engulfed in the judge's darkness. And then we go to survivors again. Entity's favorite. When you're last alive, Hatch has a chance to spawn near you by 50, 60 to 70%. That's pretty much almost guarantee your survival, but it's gonna be really a selfish perk. And I won't be surprised if it was a thing and people started yelling at you for it, because it'd be like, bro, you camped behind a bush in the farthest corner of the map to get the hatch. And we have killer. Scourge hook, false hope. Upon placing a survivor on a scourge hook, reveal the closest boon for as long as the survivor is on the hook. Which will be good for you killers that like to bitch about boons so damn much. This perk will be awesome for you to hunt down your boons and not have to worry about it. And we have survivor, boon, slow tune-up. Within 24-meter radius, killer's power usage take 10, 15, and 20% longer in the boon radius to get up. So it'll be a lot slower on the killer's power. So if you were in the boon radius, you say your hatchet, you draw your hatchet a bit slower than you would normally. Which I think would be a bit strong, and that'd probably reduce the amount of time it takes out of that to maybe like I have no idea, like 5, 10, 15% or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But regardless, that's the whole point of that perk idea. And then we're on to a killer perk again. We have roll the dice. When a generator is completed, all survivors will be inflicted with a random negative stats effect for 40, 50 to 60 seconds. So you could, when you do a gen, all the survivors will be affected by it, not just like one person. So say you do a gen and your afflicted is exposed, your friend is afflicted. There we go, with blindness. One's afflicted with mangled, and one's afflicted with another exposed. That's pretty much how it goes. Could be useful, could be whack as hell. Then we have survivor, scars to show. When injured and doing cooperative actions, all the survivors will have their action speed increased by 2, 4 to 6%. It's kind of like, it's pretty much prove thyself, but you're injured. It's not that big of a deal, really, and you can stack it with prove thyself as well. So, but unlike prove thyself, it'll be able to work while you're healing. So, that's kind of what I was trying to get at. And then with killer, the last perk that we have on the list is the killer perk, Dead Man's Bounty. When hooking a normal survivor, reveals the obsession and one random survivor's aura for 2, 3 to 4 seconds. The obsession will become exposed for 40, 50, 60 seconds. The obsession can be killed after their first hook when exposed. The obsession will swap every generator completed. The killer can only be obsessed with one survivor. That one I felt like would be a little fun mini game inside a game for the killer, if the killer was trying to have a little fun time or to have a little challenge to mori everyone. So that's that. I mean, you can also bring like other perks to switch the obsession around. But like, I figured that perk would be like a mini game within inside the game, and it would be really fun. But yeah, that's all the perk ideas that I have for Dead by Daylight, because like I said, I do remember seeing a lot of complaints about, oh, behavior's running out of perk ideas because of one perk in Tools of Torment that sounds like a worse fucking blood pact. It's literally the Wish blood pact in there. So, people are like, are they running out of perk ideas? And they've been saying this for a while, that they're running out of perk ideas and stuff, because some of the perks are pretty weak and niche and kind of weird. But, like, they have, like, an entire community backing them with perk ideas, so I don't know why they'd ever run out of perk ideas. All they gotta do is, like, tweak a community idea. But yeah, they could easily just do that. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to do it. I figured this video would be fun, it'd be different. And that's why it took a while for me to pump out another video, because I was coming up with ideas. And I can also come up with more if this video does any good. I can also come up with more ideas of more perks later on. So let me know in the comments below if you want to hear other perk ideas or not. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night, guys.